John Karekezi. I come from Rwanda and presently living in the UK. I've lived here for over 10 years. I have a wife and 3 daughters.
Now, John, you've obviously got this loving family around you, but your love seems to have gone outside of that, because recently you went through the experience of actually donating a kidney to somebody outside of your family.
Oh, yes.
So tell me what happened.
What happened, this brother, JB Kaigamba, happened to be suffering from kidney failure. And I happened to know about it. We were praying about him and praying for him so that the Lord indeed may visit him and deal with his situation. But within me, I never had anything like that I can donate a kidney. But as well as we know that as Christians, we ought to visit the sick, we ought to pray for them. One day after the Sabbath, I decided to go and visit Kaigamba. And I went with my family. And then we visited him. Only when we knocked, he opened for us, but he was looking poorly. He was really, really very weak. Then we didn't want to take his time. We decided to pray with him, and then we decided to leave. As we left, immediately as I entered my car and my family, as we were driving off, before we got out of Oxford, because by then we were living in Reading, I felt a very, very strong voice telling me that, can you do something to the life of JB Kaigamba? And it was so clear, as if it was indeed God talking to me, somebody talking to me. And immediately, I didn't hesitate. I asked, my wife was seated on the beside me, and I told her, look here, something is telling me that we ought to help Brother Kaigamba. And there and then my wife said, yes, we can. And then the children were sitting at the back seat, 3 daughters. We asked them, and they said, yeah, Daddy, that's fine. Then there we decided to go in season of prayer so that we can take this noble cause to help this brother.
And the process has happened. You went in, you had the operation, the kidney was removed from you and given to your friend.
Yes.
It was all successful.
Yes.
What was JB's reaction?
JB by then was on the machine, dialysis machine in the room, so he didn't know what was taking place. So, but once I told the wife, she bursted into tears because she was not expecting that. And I was not the church member of their church, so she knew as we are friends, but she was not expecting that. So we prayed. After praying, I told her, don't worry, don't tell him, let him continue with the dialysis, inform him later. So we prayed and I left and went back to church. Afterward, then Brother Kaigamba called me and he said, wow, I can't believe what my wife is telling me. I said, yeah, that is it. I think God is providing a way out for you so that you can get treatment and you can now tell the doctors so that the process can start.
Let me ask you a final question, because the donation of organs is a major issue, particularly in the black and ethnic minority communities.
Yes.
And there are those that say, we shouldn't be doing it. Mm-hmm. There are some spiritual reasons that are given sometimes that you shouldn't be doing it. And yet other people see that, as you do, Galatians 6 and verse 2, bearing one another's burdens.
Yes.
What advice would you give, maybe not to somebody else to be donating their kidney while they're living, but to have that kind of living will to say, when I die, if I should die in some unfortunate circumstance, my heart, my lungs, my kidneys, my corneas, I donate them to save somebody else's life. What's your feeling and your passion about that?
I think my feeling is that, sincerely speaking, actually, toward the time when I was going to donate this kidney, then I decided to tell people. I didn't want to tell people before everything was ready, because I didn't want anybody to discourage me, because I had decided I want to reach that point where I can't go back. Nobody can even discourage me. So one elder by the name Sentenga, when I talked to him and I told him to pray for me, he said, you know what? You have done something which is very important. You know, God is the one who gave you those kidneys, and you are giving what God gave you. So, I would encourage people sincerely, if time comes you to rest, why do you allow these organs to go and rot in the grave when they can help somebody to live? Leave an impact, leave a legacy in somebody's life. This person may not know you, but remember in Matthew 25, where Jesus says that you did this to this one, you helped this person, you did it to me. And you would say, no, when did I do it? And Jesus will say, when you did it, you did it to me. So I think it is very, very important for us indeed to change our mind. And if it is possible, if God talks to you the way He talked to me, do it knowing that God will take care of you. And if not, please donate this part of your bodies so that they can help somebody in life.